flying planes can be dangerous. This is a funny little sentence because on one level you could read it as a type of plane is dangerous, flying planes. But that's not really what the sentence means. The sentence means when you fly a plane, you're engaging in a dangerous behavior. It conveys a different meaning. And so today's word of the day, we're going to look at an audit word that has a similar problem, the audit risk. Audit risk on its face has a very particular definition. It is the likelihood that the auditor issues an unqualified opinion or unmodified opinion when they shouldn't. In essence, the auditor says there are no problems when in fact there are. And so we've in the past talked about what leads to that, but we always thought of audit risk as this concept that is set by the auditor before the audit begins, that it is completely within the auditor's control to set whatever number they want, and they would use their professional judgment, set a number based on the risk of the client. So we see a lot of the terms we're comfortable with. But we also thought of audit risk as unmovable, that as you're conducting the audit, if you found out some information, you wouldn't change the risk, the audit risk. You would change your risk assessment, which would alter the amount of detection risk or procedures you would do. But on another level, audit risk has a different meaning. Audit risk can mean the achieved audit risk. So not what you planned for it to be, but what it actually was. And so this depends upon the reality, the evidence you have. This is a number that can change. So for example, after the audit, you discover the controls were less effective than you initially believed. So we've already collected our evidence, we've already issued our opinion, but after that, we now discover the controls were less effective than we thought. What happens to audit risk? Well, if we use the first definition, audit risk is set before the audit begins. It's a planning number. It doesn't change. We never planned for it to be higher. So we would say nothing happens to audit risk. But what the question's actually going to is a deeper meaning. What is the likelihood the auditor issued the wrong opinion? In this case, there's a greater chance the auditor issued the wrong opinion because if they set detection risk, if they set control risk too low, meaning they relied on a control when they shouldn't, detection risk should have been higher, which means they didn't achieve enough. They didn't gather enough evidence to achieve the audit risk they want. So audit risk is actually higher. So audit risk could mean a planning number, or it could mean an achieved number. The challenge for us as auditors is it depends upon the context. The question's not going to say planning audit risk or achieved audit risk. They're going to expect you can read the question and decipher. So you need to know whether flying planes are dangerous or whether flying planes are dangerous. Have a great day.